Bum, bum. Here we go. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Working Man. And sorry I had to take a little bit of a break there, but we're back now, and we'll be for at least a few more weeks. Then I'll have another break coming. Um, Tonight we're doing the Working Man. If you haven't been following this, the Working Man is basically Iron Man with professions. And this, in this case, is blacksmithing and mining, along with cooking and fishing. So the first thing I want to do is do the dailies. It's always a cooking and fishing daily you do with these guys. The full rules to these are on wildchallenges.com. If you want to swing over and try one yourself, there's quite a few of the challenges over there. There's even more than I stream, actually. Hope you're enjoying this nice 1st of May. We got great weather here. I got to take my mail too, so I'll do that while I'll get off right by a mailbox. So it's always going to be from the auction house. So you never get any mail from other characters in this. Because you can't send things to and from other characters. That's considered help, and that's not allowed. You have to wear the white armor, white weapons, all white equipment, and had the Fallout cover since New Number gone. You get a little bit of a boost from the mining nodes. That's why they don't allow mining in the regular Iron Mans. Mining and herbalism get you a nice big bunch of experience on those nodes. And people think, well, how can skinning help you with your experience? Well, you tend to kill more things when you need the leather. And that gets you more experience. That's why I don't allow them in the regular Iron Man. There's always something, some little thing that'll tend to get you more experience. I could swear to there is. I could swear to the mailbox here. All that work for nothing. The Tiger's Eye didn't sell. Oh well. Let's check the stats on that now. That's worth throwing it back in. I'll do that towards the end of the streams because I don't want to throw it in and then die. It tends to be the way it goes. That's the whole thing you don't want is to die. That's the real challenge of it. Catch 5 lake whitefish. You can fish anywhere in Darnassus, but I'd fight you to find anywhere else in Darnassus but here to fish. It's really worth it. So it's not worth the hassle running around. Just find a place with a perfectly good place right here. If you have an extremely long line, you'd fish off the ends probably. Who has a 3,000-foot line on their pole? You know. I'd like to thank my one subscriber, and hope you if you like it, subscribe it, do it, and tell your friends about it. Oh come on, there's gotta be. I gotta be missing something somewhere here. There we go. I don't recommend doing sellbacks before you do that for fishing because you have a bunch of useless crap in your bags. You want to get rid of them, especially when you only have like 5 fishing. You're gonna get a lot of junk before you get a bunch of fish. I hate about fishing. Sometimes you can't catch it. Dartwind Fair this week. No, Dartwind Fair starts tomorrow. I knew it was coming up. And then Children's Week starts Monday. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Tends to get a little crowded with all those urchins, those little orphans running around, but it's only for a week. And you also have Dartmoon to go to too, so there's that. Just a minute. What? No, no. That wasn't enough to lose anything but stream. No, he doesn't live here. Yeah, he's in Canada now. West Alexander. He's in Canada now. West Alexander. No, no, no. I'm gonna get back to what I'm doing. And I am back. So just get my headset readjusted there. Okay, here we are. And back to fishing. I got fishing up to 20, so yeah, sickly fish. We're starting to get more fish. Love the way they use icons. How many of you have tried to resell your moon copper rod by accident because you thought it was driftwood? Oh well. I haven't even got one whitefish yet. It's about as bad as dark man. Let's see here. There we go. One lake whitefish. Took me 25 fish to get it, but yeah, I got one. Now I need four more. Oh, come on. This gets a little silly after a while, man. Once you get fishing up to like 100, give me a minute, I'll be right back. Like, I didn't bother you when you're trying to do something. What? No. It's not here anymore. It's not coming up. Okay, once again, I am back. Trying for the elusive lake whitefish. They're in their NASA's. So I once five of them. May only be five of this whole freaking lake, man. Well, only be five in here. I mean, let's look at it. Entire loot table exists a whole bunch of crap and five lake fish. That's what it feels like sometimes. Well, there's only five on the do table of like 150 things that can be there. I know a guy that actually quit World of Warcraft because he got tired of fishing. So just not fishing. Yeah. And now you know why hardly anybody does professions. And fishing is actually the only really boring one. The cooking dailies are over in no time, but these fishing ones tend to last a while. Next week, get good dark moon. You don't have to do dailies. You can still do them though. You can do dailies and go to dark moon. Get like 7, 8 points in one day. In some of these professions. Plus, they have quests for. I go for blacksmithing and mining quests too. I mean, so if you haven't been there, check it out. It's actually pretty nice. Got a roller coaster and the carousel. And they always put new games in there. They got races and there's always the Dark Moon Death Match. It's basically every 3 hours of a free for all. You could do it the smart way. I did with my rogue, waited till about Toon Warren. Just came up, went to stealth, walked in, walked up to the chest, opened it up, took the trinket out, put it in my pocket, and stealth back out. Wasn't anybody there. I just walked right in, walked right out. The person I saw was a guy running into behind me. He was coming in as I was leaving, and there's only one trinket. So if I get 10 more, I win the whole thing. But never bothered to go back. What? Nothing. I'll put the pill out tonight. I'll put the pill out tonight. Yeah, you already take it tonight when I put it out, whenever. You already took those. Okay. Next time I catch a fish, I'm going to break it up a little bit. We'll go do the cooking for daily and come back and try this again. Yeah, let's do the cooking daily. Come on back, try it again. Back to basics. Time to pound some rice flour. Everybody needs rice flour. This is just laziness. You have to go pound his rice flour. Oh, no, I'm sorry. You're too good to pound your own rice flour. Now, some of these guys have 2 buckets. And yeah, you get credit for both of them. 3. If you come up here and you don't see any little symbols above the sentinels, you can tell it's not feeding sentinel time. Doesn't narrow it down much more than that. But feeding the sentinels is one of the easiest ones there are. All I do is cook up some ribs and toss them to the sentinels. I need one more. The Horde does the same thing for pounding cornmeal in Thunderbluff. And that's all of that. Now back to things here. And there we go. One tweak skill. Let's see if you can find someplace else to fish. Maybe I think technically it's all one big lake, but still no NASA, so it still counts. There we go. Now I look like whitefish. He's stuck up on our lake white fish too. Getting a little low. There's another one. That's three. I only need two more. Whoops. That was next to misclick on my part. At least you're getting fish now, not just a bunch of junk. Need one more. Okay, sickly fish. This is bad part. You only need one more. The guys that play classic will tell you this is better the way it was from the very beginning. Get down to that last one, and you don't seem to be able to get it for like 20 minutes. Seems like the program's written well. Once you have all but one, then we're going to stick you there like you said, super glue. Yeah, you're not going to move for an hour. Hey, there we go. Got all the white fish, so I got to turn that in on the way back. Fly back to Dolnar, and then we'll be going after Ursula Mahler, the leader of the Furbolgs. You have to be level 10 to take the portal from Donassus to Stormwind. So you can take the Trand Iron Forge. So you can go and do the next bit. I really do two starting areas for Iron Man. The Night Elves and the Dwarves. Haven't done any fighting so far, so the trolls will say my blades be thirsty. So we'll have to go get Ursel and a few more of his buddies along the way. First, gotta sell back all that crap that we got. Oh, here's an idea. First off, now I gotta get back to Darnassus to turn it in. I knew I was forgetting something. Couldn't figure out what it was. I hate when I do that. Go all the way back here. And I forget that I didn't turn it in. I got so crazy from fishing that I forgot I hadn't turned it in. So let's go get Ursula and then turn it in. This one's not super difficult. I don't want to use my Hearthstone. I'm going to need to get back from the next area. So, that's what happens when you follow the wrong arrow. I didn't see my Moon Priestess here. I thought that's what it was. Kill 8 ambushers. Seems these ambushers were caused a little trouble and they can't get things through too well between Darnassus and Dolnar. So you have to clear the way. He is a Fury Warrior. Twin Fury with 2 melee weapons. When they say melee weapons, they don't mean daggers. They don't count daggers as a melee weapon for some reason. It's like a sword, an axe, a mace, something like that. I always want to make sure you hobble these guys, because they will run you. See, they will run you. Okay, that's 5 of 8. You still haven't got the Ursula yet. Sometimes there's a rare on the right. Not there tonight, thankfully. If you're on a green man, you want to see that guy. Sometimes you get bag drop off them. Yeah, those are all druids you captured over the years. I'll have them back. I only need 2 more of these ambushers. Usually the respawns on the path are fairly quick. See what I mean? There is a little bit hidden away inside there that if you do need a few, there's about 6 of them back there. Oh, don't want to go inside. Looks like fairly close sailing all the way down, so we turn in the ambushers, get paid off, and go up a level. We're at level 13 now. Execute now is a little bit of a difference. Its cooldown basically got cut in half and no longer causes rage. No longer costs rage. So there's really no cooldown to it. You can put it up, put it right back up again if you have to. And even if you're out of rage, you still get it. So main thing is that take rage away from any of their abilities. So that'll shorten their cooldown nicely. They need less rage. Turn in Tartarius and the see a nice little belt. Good armor boost. I'm gonna pop over Theranos again. These bags of rare earth to take to Denellen down there in Lake Elameth. Before we do that, I gotta turn this daily in. So they have any cooking recipes for fish. Should have checked up the cookie trayer too, but I'm not gonna waste time doing that. I was I was thinking going to the auction house, but I'm gonna do that right now. So if I could come there and ask, so I'm not gonna go to the auction house. Maybe do that between streams. Yeah, but here we go. Over 5 whitefish. And we got our little train up there. And he doesn't sell any recipes. Let's see what we got. Usually it's a bunch of nothing. They hook the scourger, firearm bobbles, and a little bit of money. Night Elf Druid. As ugly to give every race has a little bit of different form. I think that was his guardian form. He used to call it bear form, but these days it's gotten so stylized it doesn't really look like a bear. Okay, like elements it is. After I give me a few spaces on this crud. Now off we go. And check out what's now and see what he's doing. Do a little research down here by Lake Calumet. Give him his rare earth so we can try that in his experiments. This is one of the few places you'll see timberlings. If you think it looks like Swamp Thing, you're not too far off. The only other place you see them is in Greenwarden's Grove, because Greenwarden's a big timberling. We will not be going there. He gave his rare earth. What's in his planner? Stand back, guys. We got the glowing fruit in. Yep. These guys will bring in they'll bring in that glowing fruit and disappear. And this is why. Because you do not really want to be around when this thing sprouts. Can't really use the boggling root. Doesn't really heal that much. Oh, he wants some seeds from the timberlings. He's trying to see if he can get the corruption out of them by treating them there just in the seed, so you can grow a timberling that isn't corrupted. And as they pull 10 timberling sprouts, because they're not treated by the time they sprout, it's too late. You can't save them, so you just got to pull them up. A little lag patch there. You're not looking for any special number of timberlings, just these seeds. They are fairly hard to find. There's one. If you want to find one fast, that's what you do. You say, oh, well, takes a while to find them. It's three. Okay, one more seed. And pull up 6 more sprouts. Sprouts just a matter of finding though. It's the only downside to them. They don't respawn nearly fast enough. Six seeds. Now I just need 5 more sprouts. There we go. 7, 3 more. Okay, this will be 8. That's 9. One more sprout and we're done. And I see the one, and it's being guarded. So we'll have to get a few extras. I was hoping I wouldn't have sold him, but and that's my 10th one. Throw in the seeds. Get some forest mushroom caps. Take one, gives you back 1 seed. Take the Aurelian Green Spire, the Wellspring Hovel. So he's doing research into them too, and he might need it. And you give him the sprouts, he'll have them burned and disposed of. And now we have level 14. This is the big one. This is where you get charged. It generates 10 more rage. So it gets you 30 instead of 20. Get Titan's Grip, Single-Minded Fury. Titan's Grip lets you have, if you not play the Fury Warrior or don't know anything about it, Titan's Grip lets you carry a 2-handed weapon in each hand. And it's just as much of a buzzsaw as it sounds like. Or you can use two one-handed weapons to get a big bonus. So you can do it either way now. It used to be you had to have two one-handed weapons. They changed that to where you can use single weapons. They'll give you give you a little boost, so they're about the same as having two-handed weapons. For my money, if you're gonna play Fury Warrior, you might as well go all out and get a couple of big two-handers. So I'm not gonna buy them here though. These you want to buy in Darnassus. But you can get around here is little 4 and 5 stuff. You're going to be looking at level 11 and up. I mean, so I'm going to go back to the big D and the big tree there, and get some decent two-handed weapons. That's over in the Warriors Terrace. Anytime you need weapons, we go to the Warriors Terrace. Armor, Trade Terrace. With the exception of cloth armor, which you get in the Warriors Terrace for some reason. You have to figure out why. I don't know. Warrior worth of salt will wear cloth armor. Warriors have the all plate or nothing approach. You know, they're almost general goods, but you're looking for a bag. Always go to a bag merchant. So you can get the big one. I'm not going to get the super big ones, because I still need to get my riding, but another bag can't hurt. Now I need two-handed weapons. Weapons generally means two-handed. They'll say throwing, one-handed, whatever. Couple big old axes. There you go. You got to see what requires level 20. You always want to make sure you look at the required level. Remembering you're buying two. Yeah, it's only about 5 gold. I must reach what? It says it requires level 14. You buy it, you have to be level 17. You should be where on there it says level 17. It says requires level 14 on it. There I figured that out. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy two more little things. They're more in line with what I'm going to need. Level 12. Let me see if I can. Yeah. Take 2 bearded axes. Then we have two-handed weapons. We'll go to the bank and drop those great axes in there. When I hit level 17, I'll be back to snag them. A couple guys got caught like that. It says requires level 14, but you have to level 17 to use it. I'm gonna put that as a bug or is a question. Probably it's a question. So I'm gonna do this quite yet when I get to the bank. Drop those off. No sense wasting space. No sense flying back to Dolnar either, because the Hubble's actually closer to Darnassus than it is to Dolnar. So put these 2 big old axes in there. These ones I just took off too, just to save space. I can go sell those off when my space is clear. And those bracers. And away we go. The Wellspring Hubble. This is fun. I like Fury Wars. But give them two-handed weapons, especially a gnome. Yeah, turn and lose it. Big a chihuahua, like a chihuahua come at you with a chainsaw. Yeah, I kid, but I like gnomes. I would say I wouldn't trust a goblin any further than I can throw him, but I'd probably heave one of those guys a little ways. I mean, your average weight is 80 pounds. You can probably toss them a little ways. Speaking of which, I get to go back to the gym next week. Yes, out of the house, pump a little weight, get a little stress. You know, we're getting pretty much back to normal now. We're getting there. Not quite go to the movies with a crowd of friends type of good, but we're getting there. Turns out he can't use the seeds because turns out the seeds are actually corrupt from the beginning, so there's no way he gets corruption out of them. He's taking it for a different tactic. He's trying to treat the tumors that this corruption forms on the creatures. So he'll give you a gnarled gavel, which will not even come close to the DPS. He wants 5 tumors, so he can stay them. These aren't ones you do for the with rewards. You do, do them for the experience points. And we should hit level 15 by the time we get out of here. Yeah, that takes them down pretty quickly. And with very little damage to you. These are some quick kills with these two melee weapons. I love this. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's done. Yeah, what the heck is it? What the heck is this one shot and everything? Level 60 Demon Hunter. Oh, bugger. That ain't supposed to be here. Yeah, yeah, it levels the entire classic world on Chromie time. And he's coming to a starting area. So people are just, well, with capital D, you know what I mean? If you want to be a jerk, play an MMO. There's so many places you can be, ways you can be a jerk. It's not even funny. But other MMOs don't really like that. You got to play like EverQuest 2. You never see a little 50 character in a level 20 area. You'll never see it. Unless there's a festival somewhere and they're going to the festival. Everybody pretty much stays in their lane. Yeah, that's one of those worlds that's dangerous enough without people interfering with you. Yeah, I play a little bit of it. I got so many accounts I forget where I got them. Yeah, well those kind of guys. Got accounts everywhere. My first one on the internet went nuts. You know, that looks good. That looks good. That looks good. You go get them all. And then came the enemy of the guy who's trying to watch how much storage he uses. The free download. You cannot resist. I cannot resist the free download. I mean, like EverQuest 2, they've been around so long. They've been around longer than World of Warcraft. EverQuest definitely a lot longer. So they've already made their money basically. They just go ahead and give it away. That's the next step of World of Warcraft. Just give it away and go to a different model. They have a lot of shop buys and stuff, and so does WoW. I mean, you have to pay for expansions, just like WoW. Basically, it's like World of Warcraft without a subscription fee. You know, there's stuff you still got to pay for, but after a while, the expansions really dead for like a couple of years. Look, after expansion dies, like a couple of years later, they'll open it up to everybody. Don't even have to buy it. They're like, well, we've made our money on it. It's not current content anymore, so we'll just let them have it. Plus, they have a membership model. Basically, you buy a membership and you play any of their games. You have to buy separate game time for each one. And they have members only servers. They have progression servers, kind of like what they're doing with Classic. You know, they have all kinds of little things going on. There's so many things going on they don't need with that membership thing, all access. They don't even need to buy. Don't have to buy a whole lot of subscriptions, so it's easier for people to play them all. Well, I was gonna have to go to something like that just to survive, because they are kicking butt. This is a good little game, though. I mean, for something that started out as a RTS and originally produced by a small studio, this actually is not bad. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're talking EverQuest. We're talking about a game that's only been around for 20, 25, 30 years. But it was a big studio. So Blizzard became one, but it didn't start out that way. Like Riot Games just exploded out of nowhere. Not really a big MOBA guy, so when I was writing League of Legends, it really didn't interest me that much. Wild Dungeons are toxic enough for me. I don't need to do a MOBA. In fact, some of these games are trying a way to moderate voice chat, especially games that like the Overwatch type games where yeah you need chat just to play. They're trying to get that chat cleaned up a little bit. The developing software to do it is the funny part. If you flag somebody for something he says, they can go back and check it. If they need to, then they can penalize them. So all kinds of things happening in the world of gaming. Okay, here we go. I need one more tumor. Oh, please see if I hear that. You get them off the Mire Beast, you get them off Timberlings, you get them pretty much off. If it's on two legs, you can usually go for it. There we go. There's a Timberling. Got him on my targeter, and bam. And nope. But you know, so you're always at the far end of the lake. When you get the last one, you got to ride all the way back through. For those of you who don't know the map, you're going, how am I going to get past that waterfall? Simple. Just go around it. You could go over it, but it's a little bit easier on you to take it to go around it. You can always go over the waterfall, but if you like a little thing called living, and not a smart move, you can do it and not take damage. It's just yeah, I feel weird going over a waterfall. So the ones in the Grumgall, no, you can't. I wouldn't advise that at all. Yeah, now they all talk. Yeah, so the way it is. Fine, all the way in the far end, you got right back through the gauntlet to get back to the road. Yeah, that one. Let's try not to mess with the spiders too much. Can't get through this area without running into spiders. But seeing the outrunning rule, which states quite simply, if you're going straight in a straight line, you cannot run anything. And there's the road. Follow us back to Wellspring. Turn into tumors. There's one more quest in this quest line. That's we're not honored with Darnassus. Wow. That's like having a good reputation in Pompeii. Yeah. It's nice, but worthless. Now you can see it's Okasal, who's the elder, the biggest Timberling of the bunch, has the biggest tumor of the bunch. So he wants to get that tumor and study it. Now, if you play Classic, Okaskal's been around forever, literally. Uh, it's basically in the same place, too. It's a little easier in retail, but you can, in fact, solo him in the Classic. Here we go. Yeah, it's going to be fun. What? He's married. He lives with his wife in New Alexander. He's married. He lives with his wife in New Alexander. Well, yeah. Okay, now we got that covered. Got those two. Time to grab a little munch and move right along. Yeah, meet this part. You really don't want to try to outrun too much. Excuse me. Unless you have something like this or have some strong AoE. Or this has extra healing. That's what I like about it. You got the Victory Rush and you also got the Bloodthirst. So you pretty much got your in combat healing pretty much covered. I will in a minute. I can't just stop. I'm gonna have to stop again for a minute. I'll be right back. What do you need? What now? What do you need now? Okay. Check. Okay, let's go back up to Okascal. He's right up in here. Can I do it? No, I can't. Can't hearth back. I might be able to after the fight. The easiest way to do it would be a hearth back and grab back from Dolnar, but there he is. Oh, crap. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to leave this. No, don't know if I have enough time. Just a minute. I might have another one to time to flip over to another one. Ah, here we go. My Feral Druid. I know I don't play Feral Druid a lot, but I like this guy. I'm doing pretty good with him. Using Keranos, he's at level 12. As you can see, oh, this is Guardian Druid. I get mixed up. I got Feral and Green, I think. This is a Guardian. You really don't see me playing that a lot. And they didn't go for Stranglehold. It's worth putting back, though. His are tailoring and enchanting, so they do go together. You can make stuff green stuff and then disenchant it once you get up to the right level. What can I do here? I can do some stuff here. Let's get a couple bolts of linen cloth and I'll worry about making stuff later. Let's see what the dailies are like here. He just got here, so he got past the trolls. Now he's heading for the Wendigos. But first, we'll do the dailies. Okay, let's see cooking. See what these are like. Oh, I can't get enough spice bread. That's the easy one. Make 10 slices of spice bread. See, I need 10 spice, 10 flour. 2 stacks of flour. 2 stacks of spices. Find some place to put a cook fire up. Yeah, I'm gonna put the light up. Put that light a little higher. Yeah, just curious. Can you use the stove? I never tried. Yeah, you can go. Saves having to start a fire in the middle of town. Never thought of that. Oh, the other cooking trainers are quick fires or little Franklin stoves you can use. Yeah. Okay, objective complete. In the spice bread, and you get your 1 cooking skill. Nope, nothing new. Okay, now it's on to fishing. This fishing was getting a little weird. Either putting bait all over yourself and jumping in the lake, or you're ice fishing out of Hell's Bed Lake, or you're building a mousetrap out of odds and ends. Yeah, building a fishing lure. No, it seems like I'm building a mousetrap. Yeah, get traps and a hair trigger and stuff. I would love to see what this thing looks like when you put it together. I really would. Fish for Squirky, the easy one. Just 3 blind minnows to feed to his little pet Murloc Squirky. I swear I never see a Bob. So the only bad thing about having a separate quest bag is something like this, where they won't tell you how many fish you've got until you've fed Squirky. So I always go rather than try to count myself. Is the blind minnow? Hey, it did show up there. Okay, cool. You can tell if you got 3. A lot of times I'll get 1, run up, run back. You know. I've found that, especially if you went through Iron Man, if you go to Outland, take the Shattrath's portal in Stormwind. It'll put you out in the middle of the Terokkar Forest. And those quests are not super hard. Elfire Peninsula is death on challenges. I mean, it's really hard to get through there. I know Ice Green died at level 35 on our hold. So I really, I'm not going to go through Elfire Peninsula again. If I go to Outland, I'll go to the Terokkar Forest. That puts you out, helping the Cenarian Circle figure out that mystery about the what killed the druids and drove one guy mad. It's an interesting little story, but the quests are not that tough. But I wouldn't go on Challenger with any expansion without flying. I tried it a couple times. Doesn't really work as well, especially when you can't die. You know, that's the big thing. That's 3. Now we gotta go feed the Squirky. And yes, you have to remember to feed the Squirky to get the quest completion. So target Squirky and right click, and once again right click. That does it. Now you turn it in. Get your bag of little shiny things. There's never anything major in those. Already known. The only ones they can get is already known. So much for that theory. While I'm here, let's sell back some of this. I always feel bad selling back to the guy who gave it to you. Yeah, it dims the brakes. While I'm up here, though, I'm going to take a little run over to the auction house. Clear a few more spaces out. Which way is the auction house? Yeah, this way would be better. Oh, that's right, I have a mount. So when I say take a little run, I mean it literally. That's right, Guardian Druid. Druid, what a dinghy. I don't have a mount. I am a mount. I don't play Druid a lot. I forgot about travel form. Hey, Guardian Druid, but it's not gonna move that fast. The real nice thing about Druids is you get cat form at 5, you get your mount at 10. Cat form is a 30% bonus to your speed. Mount is 60%. So cat form is basically half mount speed. It will pick you up enough to make it a little more interesting when you're doing your lower level uh, quests and stuff. I wouldn't use it as a mount after you get your travel form though. That travel form travels the regular mount speed. But until then, the cat form's kind of nice. Let's see what we got here. A strangle kelp. Might as well reboot that and see what that cuts. And that's about the only thing I got that I can put on an auction house. Okay. Now I'm back down to Keranos. Everybody's wants to yeah, show off. Sap, I'm a mount. I am my own mount. To paraphrase Spaceballs. So, what the heck is that? Iron Dwarf Paladin. A Dark Iron Paladin. One of these days I'm going to get the Dark Iron. Go. The bad part is you got to go through a dungeon. I don't like dungeons. I do solo them. So if I ever get my hunter up to level 60, I will come back and solo that thing. The general rule is 10 levels above. That's a level 50 dungeon. You have to go through the motor load. And that thing looks like a beast anyway. Ton of trash. There should be a way to do it. If you're just going to do the dungeon for something like the Dark Iron Hammer or something, there should be a way to zap to the boss. Now, it kind of defeats the purpose of doing the dungeon, I know, but if you're just soloing it, and the only reason you're there is that dungeon, that hammer. I don't see the big deal. Cat form, no, bear form. There we go. Yeah, your AoE is Thrash. Of course, you can use Moonfire in bear form, which is really nice. There's a talent lets you use it in cat form. Bear form, you can do it without a talent, just natural part of the thing. I don't know why. Probably because cat form's got other ways of doing damage. Bear form really doesn't have a lot. So there we go. One supply. I don't know why they call it bear form. It doesn't look like a bear much. Yeah? Maybe bears, have spikes. Does that look like a bear use there? Used to. The old bear form, if you play classic, does in fact look like a bear. I could never play Guardian Druid, so it was a little clunky, so I'm just not used to it. I love the idea that Druids can loot. They can do anything but mine without breaking polymorph. Let's take a little bit of risk here to use Thrash. You might pick up a few things you don't want. Send him back. Just checking something there. Yep, I'm pulling my Thunderbrew. That's 6 ones to go. There we go, supplies. By the way, most supplies are barrels of beer. Get him back. Here we go. Let's take care of this guy. You're going to get him anyway as soon as you start attacking the Mountaineer. So as soon as you get the Mountaineer, you're going to get him. So might as well just go ahead and get him out of the way. Give him a way back, and on my way. And all that in. Pushing forward, we're going to the next area with the trolls to free his people from the constrictors. And get some indigo leggings for bringing back her supplies. And we hit level 13. What do we get here? We get Revive and Prowl, which only works on cat form, I do believe. Well, cat, yep, slip in the cat form there still. So Revive, that's your Resurrect. Yes, you are allowed to resurrect with Shroud Child. You still probably see somebody laying there. You can resurrect them. They do allow you. As long as you're not grouped them, you're okay. Bring him 8 gears from the scavengers. Yeah, you need to fix their own equipment. And his trolls are grabbing pieces off the damaged siege engines. So to fix his, need the parts from them. So much you go get the parts. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go do a little Cragboar hunting. Get the Cragboar ribs thing. And then that'll be it. Because I'm going to start the troll deal. I have to watch the clock. So nope, don't want that. Don't want that. Let's try that one on. There we go. That's one. That's two. Somebody was through there. That's why those didn't come up. This thing it actually is paw prints in the snow. I don't know if you ever look back. They don't stay long, but there's little paw prints, footprints. It adapts to whatever. If you're wearing boots, boot treads there. I mean, it's little things that bring me back, basically. Normally, this Cragboar crawl all over this place. So one time you're hunting Cragboar, you can't find it. It's kind of on the ridiculous side. Usually a ton of Cragboar. All I need is 2 more. And there'll be that. And got him. That's 3. Okay, I need one more. Oh, that's lucky. Usually all around Caranos, there's any other time there'd be a bunch of them. It's like an also deer season. All deer start hanging out in our yards. We go on hunt. Okay, now I gotta go back to the inn, pick up a Rhapsody malt, turn in the quest, and that'll be it. This is the only guy you won't see me sell this recipe right away because we can in fact use it. You should be able to put your shape form on hotkey. I still say, but you can't do it. That's revived. Let's go get some Rhapsody malt. Grab a Rhapsody malt. Salt back some of this stuff. And turn it into Ragnar. Thanks you. Gets you the recipe, what you can cook and what you can learn. Now we can make our own beer-based boar ribs. Assuming you're around crag boars. You can only make them when you're in Caranos. And you take a quick little look at my armor, and that'll be it. Well, if you like it, subscribe. If you don't, well, I tried. If you do like it, subscribe, tell your friends about it. It's always nice to be talking to somebody. So, and I'll be seeing you next time. Be Monday night with the Green Man. So, till then, stay safe and have fun.